this is probably the last weapon you would ever want to use in the zombie apocalypse. Fire! It's whipping me. I am now on a giant piston whip. What is happening right now? Hey everybody, it's Moonbow here, and welcome back to some more Endless Scrap Mechanic. This is going to be a little bit of a different video, and one of the reasons why it is going to be so different, guys, is I am in Scrap Mechanic Vanilla. That is right. I haven't been in plain old Vanilla in so long. I'm really excited to get into it. So I'm going to be showing you guys this nifty kind of crossbow that I made using this brand new piston, of course. It's an interesting build. Maybe we'll try and kind of work on it a little bit as well. And I'm also going to try and do a few things that you guys mentioned with the pistons, and one of them, of course, is making the longest piston chain that you can possibly make. So maybe it's going to crash the game, I don't know. There's only one way to find out, and that is by doing it. So we're also going to do that, and maybe just try and make some funky, like, piston creations too. So let's start off with this interesting crossbow right here. So it is using quite a few pistons, and you know what? I'm not even sure how many pistons it uses, so I wanted to quickly check that out. So let's see here, 42 pistons. Alright, so that's not bad. I will mention, though, some of those pistons are right here, and that is because I wanted to be able to lift them up and down, so that way you could change the height. Alright, so here is, like, the entire piston sequence, as you can see. There's quite a few of them, like I mentioned, so I guess I'm going to go over to the seat here, and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when you press the button. Oh, whoops, I just activated a thruster, which actually, incidentally, you use the thrusters to wheel yourself around, so you can actually aim this thing. And you can actually aim it by hitting 5, 6, and 7. You can change the height of your crossbow. Now, I'm having a few issues with launching the bolts. So I'm going to show you guys here. You can press the 1 key, and that will sling it all the way back here. So you can see the rails there are doing their job. They kept it in place. And none of the thrusters, or sorry, none of the thrusters. I'm not used to using the word piston in this game, so none of these pistons are glitched out right now. So the more you use the crossbow, the glitchier it gets. So I'm going to use this single wooden block here, and this is all you have to do. I have to add this right there. So a single block of wood like this, you can span it across. Now, I do have some wheels there too, and I was kind of hoping that that would help the bolt kind of travel, but I mean, ultimately it's not too bad. So it does work pretty good at the height here at number 5. So let's see what happens, shall we? We're gonna launch this bolt. All right, there we go. It actually shoots it pretty far. That's really not that bad. I think the only way to get them to shoot farther, I suppose, would be to increase the height, which is why I did add the pistons. So we're going to try that, but you're going to see that there are a few issues to be had when you're doing that. So let's try and hop up on top of this crossbow here. So, actually, no, I need to pull this back again. There we go, just like that. I was like, wait a second, is this glitched out? And it actually isn't. Alright, so here we go. Add a bolt there, and we're gonna press the 6 key, I suppose, which is actually gonna raise it up quite a bit. So you'll see now, I'm gonna press the 1 key, and it's gonna have a little bit of a glitchy kind of moment. So there we go, shoot! And it just doesn't shoot, unfortunately. So I'm thinking I might be able to fix that somehow. I'm not 100% sure. But there might be something I can do, and I have a bit of an idea. So if I pull this all the way back again, and we jump up here, you know what, I'm just going to add a little side step, just like this. Alright, so what I was thinking of doing was actually adding a piston here, too. So when we press the button, now which one is it again? It's the 1 key. So if we push the 1 key, actually, no, that's not going to work, because when we load it in, we're going to want that to bring itself back. Alright, so we're going to need a little touch of logic. So let's grab a logic gate here, kind of keep it relatively simple. Alright, so we can put that onto the 1 key and attach that to the piston right there. So that way, if I pop my lift down here, we should very easily be able to make it so that when this is activated, it won't work. So that should be this one. If any of the linked triggers are inactive, then it does its thing. And there we go. So, we can now add our bolt. So, this is, like I said, I'm just testing this out right now. I'm hoping that it might work. I'm also open to feedback, guys. If you guys want to let me know in the comments, is there something I could do to this crossbow that could make it better? Maybe adding more wheels. I kind of thought that if I added more wheels, though, that I would have a few issues. So wait, I almost just launched that without setting that piston. So let's get up here, and we're gonna, I guess we'll just do 15 at max speed. So when we let go of that, the whole crossbow string, if you want to call it that, will go forward, and we'll have this piston as a little bit of an extra oomph. So let's see now. This is still on the number 6 key for height. So let's try this out now. Oh, okay, that did something. It definitely didn't make it go farther. So as you can see, guys, the height is definitely an issue. Now, I'm going to try that one more time because I do want to see it work. So if we actually go back here and reload the entire thing like that, I'm going to drop the height back down to a more reasonable thing, so that way we can actually see how far it goes with that piston's help. So I guess it's the 6 key. There we go. So this is the height that works. So let's see now. I was thinking of shooting it through the scope, but we're not going to see it fly. So we're gonna skip out on that scope there and check it out. So here we go. The 1 key with the extra piston. Let's see. Oh, wow, that went quite a bit farther, actually. I wish I could do it while it was, like, a little bit higher so we could get more draw on that. Unfortunately, it doesn't work, but it did shoot pretty far. You know what? I'm going to set myself up, like, 2 quick targets to see if we can actually hit them. Alright, so I got myself a couple little zombie targets out there, because I guess, what else do you shoot with a crossbow other than zombies, am I right? So let's swing this thing around here. We're going to try and line it up to the first one on the left there. As you can see, it'll turn on that back wheel, and it's pivoting on those pistons over there. So we are just going to kind of line this straight up. So oh wow, this is actually changing the angle that I was expecting by quite a bit. So let's see here. We are like almost directly in front of it right now. There we go. Alright, the only thing left to do is load up a bolt reel. Oh no, wait, no. I have to draw it first. Okay, draw the crossbow. Nope, right here, just like that. Arm the bolt. Oh man, let's see. Alright, shoot the zombie. Yeah, direct hit. Alright, next zombie, there's no time to waste. Zombies, they're coming after us. Oh man, this is gonna be a little bit of a tighter angle here. Let's see, moving the crossbow. Alright, right there, another target to aim at. Oh boy, I'm getting caught up on the scope. Oh no, draw the crossbow, Moonbow. All the bows. Oh, okay, wait, the railing is kind of screwed up. I have a button here, though, that typically fixes it. Alright, there it goes. So you can press that button there, and that will reset where your, I guess, notch is or something, or whatever. I'm not very savvy of crossbow terminology, but this one in Scrap Mechanic is pretty cool. Alright, there we go. The bolt is loaded. We are gonna back up here. I just moved myself. I don't think it's gonna matter. Alright, here we go. Look, I'm gonna look down the scope for this one. So let's line it up. The scope is right about there on the center. And there we go. Shoot it. Oh no, it's a misfire. Alright, reload this. Reload, come on. The zombie is... Okay, if the zombie's not moving, I guess it's not really much of a threat now, is it? But you could imagine maybe having some automated zombies coming at you, and you'd have to shoot them. There we go. Oh no, what? Did that one just hit it? I could have sworn it just hit it. Alright, so the zombie is, in fact, not... I thought it was glued to the ground or something, and I guess the zombie, like, went... Wah, deflected it. Alright, we gotta get another one. Load it up. Let's not forget to do that part right there. This thing is actually doing really well, guys. It is not glitching out right now. The pistons are crazy. We got so many glitches. Alright, no time to waste. Zombies to shoot. Alright, right about there. Shoot it. Oh no, misfire. Okay, this is not good, guys. This is probably the last weapon you would ever want to use in the zombie apocalypse. Fire! Ah, there we go. We took its leg out. Alright, so there you go, guys. It's vanilla. It's a crossbow. It does shoot. If you have any ideas for ways to make it shoot a little bit better, or maybe a little bit further, then let me know down in the comments, because I really want to get this thing working like a charm, and getting it up on the workshop for you guys to check it out as well. So now let's move on to some of the crazy stuff with the pistons. Alright, so one thing that was suggested to me was making just the longest piston chain imaginable. So I was kind of thinking about doing it to the skybox, because I mean that's kind of like what you would do, right? Make it to the skybox. But you know what I might actually do? I'm gonna make it from one wall and maybe to the other wall. I don't know. I'm gonna try it out and we're gonna see what happens. So I'm gonna actually leave the center of the map here and I'm gonna make my way just to one of the edges. Alright, so here we are. We have found ourselves at the edge of the map. Now I am not going to put anything on the wall like that, because as you can see, you can actually just delete something and it'll just completely disappear. So you don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is actually just kind of build it in front of the wall just a little bit like this. So that way we can, you know, very safely delete these things. So I guess the easiest thing to do, guys, is it's going to be making something that we can copy and paste. So let's see how fast I can make something with a lot of pistons. Alright, you know what? That's actually not too bad right there. That was pretty fast just to get something like that. So what I'm gonna do though, I'm gonna try and save this on the lift as just like a piston string. Alright, so there it is, guys. This is a pretty long chain. I'm not 100% sure how many there are. But 15 times this many is how many blocks. I'm hoping we move in that direction. How close is it going to get us to the other side of the map? Probably not very close at all, but there's only one way to find out here. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever done in Scrap Mechanic. Let's see what happens, guys. 3, 2, 1, pushing the button. Cruising. Oh, wow. How far? Oh, wow. I am not very close to the other side at all. So clearly I can go a lot farther, so I guess there's only one thing to do, and that is prop this up. Alright, so I have just added as many as I can. I've dropped down to like 15 FPS. I think any more than that, and this is gonna be too much. There's already weird things happening, guys, while I was working on it. It was bouncing and flipping around, but it's not moving right now, so I am ready to see how long this is going to extend. So here we go in 3, 2, 1... long extendo! Wow, it's curving so much! Oh! It brought me so... look how... I think that's, like, almost to the center of the map. I think before... like, look, now I'm dropping down to 7 FPS. Oh, man. So I guess the only thing left to do is bring it all the way back in. So here we go. From the first person, looking at the back. Here we go. Oh, look at them all. They're all moving at, like, the same speed. Ah, wow, the way it kind of absorbs all of that pressure as it comes in, it kind of snakes itself. It's actually really cool because I feel like we're almost seeing like rope physics here. You know what I mean? Okay, whoa, that is weird. That is whipping me. Okay, now I'm gonna press it again. Okay, we're swinging back and forth now. Press it again, it's bringing me towards the wall, and I have just horseshoed it. It is now looping me around. It's whipping me. I am now on a giant piston whip. What is happening right now? Look at all the dust it's creating. Okay, I'm slowing down. It's time to suck it back in, whip it around this way. Now I have an S. Oh, wow, look at that. I just made an S. I can whip myself and bow it out. I don't know what's going on right now, guys. Is this what Scrap Mechanic was meant to be? Alright, let's suck that right back in. I think we are good. One final swing. Let's just jump right off and let that huge piston snake settle itself down. So that is pretty cool. I'm tempted to save this. I'm scared to break it off, but I want to save this so I can upload it to the workshop so people can at least, you know, not have to connect all of these things, and they can have what I would say. I'm not going to go any longer than that because I feel like my game will explode. But I need to be sure to catch this, guys. This is sometimes the most dangerous things happen in Scrap Mechanic when you try and save them on a lift. So here we go. Break it off. FPS is tanking. It's still working. Missed. Spin. Okay. There we go. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to save this and I'm going to put it on the workshop. I think I can upload piston creations to the workshop. So we're going to just call this one the Piston Snake. So make sure you check that out. Alright, so another thing I wanted to create was some type of piston wheelie thingy. So I have a bit of an idea of what I'm going to do for it. Alright, so after a little bit of work here, I have come up with some type of mono wheel. I was going for like a mono wheel air cushioned ride. So what I ended up doing before I dropped this off of the lift was putting a whole bunch of sensors wrapped around a circular kind of shape. And then I put pistons wrapped around them and corresponded them to each sensor. So that way, as the ground is picked up by the sensor, you have these pistons that are kind of catching the terrain in front of you. And what I ended up doing was actually adding some thrusters here. Now I'm gonna probably speed these up a little bit. So I'm gonna drop this off the lift though, guys. It is gonna be extremely laggy, so bear with me here once I do it. Alright, there it is. It's about 5 FPS, but there it is, guys, the cushion landing kind of thing. Oh man, this is bad. So I'm gonna start moving this thing, and probably like speeding up the footage to make it just that much better. All right, here we go. All right, so the air cushion ride is working pretty good. So it's kind of interesting because it starts to almost throw the thing up into the air and you get some weird effect. Oh wow, I think that was me running into the wall and then bouncing right off of it. I wish we could see this without all of this lag and make it like something that you can actually steer, because right now it's not fun to use, because I mean, as you can see, I can barely get this thing on a lift. Jeez, why isn't it working? All right. Oh man, there we go. So there you go, guys. That is just kind of messing around with some of the pistons today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any more suggestions for piston creations, I have a few more that I want to get into, so let me know down in the comments, guys. I'm excited to see what you have in mind. So just to kind of recap, though, guys, we made this interesting circular thing here that lags really badly. We have the crossbow. I think that's... I don't know, that's way off in the distance somewhere. And then we also made the giant whipping, long, snaky piston thing. That was as many as I could connect together before the game got too laggy. So I really hope that they do optimize these pistons and make them a little more efficient so we can get as crazy as we want to. So thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in to Endless Scrap Mechanic. Of course, if you want to see more, make sure you hit that like button. It'll let me know that you are enjoying the content. And if you haven't already subscribed for Endless Scrap Mechanic, then you might as well do that, because it's what we got going on in the channel here. So again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will be seeing you in the next one. So bye for now.